Hey everyone, so I've been in the middle of working on the first of several videos, including the Bling Financial Review, while tending to a broken thumb on a brace. You'll have to bear with me as I heal up over the next few weeks because of that. Also, there's been some stuff going on at work that I'm having to deal with, and work has really been picking up. This will happen, this is not my full-time job after all. So, with the option of having videos come out slower or doing videos that are a little less intensive for me in the meantime, I am currently opting for the latter, and when one of the heavier pieces are done, I'll have it out for you then. Apologies for this, guys. Hopefully in a couple weeks I'll have healed up and I can get back to what I've been doing, and yes, if you see from the picture here, from the community page, I am left-handed, so this is my dominant hand, which is making it tough to do much of anything right now. So for this video today, I thought it'd be nice to respond to a Reddit post. Mr. WetzelPretzel, for those of you who don't know him, of minigame fame, he's one of the better minigame players there. He's also got a few mayorships down in Georgia. He made a post to Atlas Earth, and you can actually see the URL up on the top there. You can go right to that URL if you want to go check it out. But I thought I would respond to this today. Part of that is because I feel like, even though he's trying to speak for the community here, I get it. I do want to have my own input on it as well. And I know a few of you want to know how I feel about Atlas Earth as well in general. And let's just say I have some ups and I have some downs with Atlas Earth. So here we go. I'm adjusting here so that we get everything set up. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start reading, and I will then respond accordingly. So, all right, let's get started. Dear Atlas, we as a community, including multiple countries, states, cities, and counties, would like to have an open discussion about the state of Atlas Earth. As the game continues to grow, we feel that it's appropriate to share our feelings, whether positive, neutral, or negative, while also maintaining the company's mission of progress, growth, and expansion. In other words, it's time for a checkpoint. Communication, clarity, and consistency. With the recent expansions into Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom, we feel that there is an inherent lack of communication across the board. The game revolves around a sense of community, whether that means welcoming new players, embracing new features, and the necessary communication needed to keep everything moving forward. However, we feel that this community aspect has failed in certain ways, including but not limited to several original features being left behind, such as landmarks, auctions, and special hunts. Now, I want to stop here. Special hunts has been, I believe, taken out for the most part, and they've said that they're not going to be doing special hunts at all. So, yeah, the one thing I would say is that if their direction of what they're going to do has drastically changed, and they're not looking to do at least auctions and special hunts anytime soon, I would like to see it taken out for now, in my opinion. Just saying, I know that eventually Landmarks is in their crosshairs, but they have not talked about auctions at all. And they have, I think, said in the past that they're getting rid of special hunts. Anyway, moving on. While others are launched without warning, methods of communication being unreliable or too slow, yeah, that's been there since day one, including in-app support, inconsistent in-game news via pop-up, update notes, and text message. Yeah, that's been a problem, especially recently. I think we went almost an entire week without any sort of mini games at all. And I know I'm not very consistent, but you got to remember that I'm very dependent on the Discord, and I'm only posting the Atlas Earth mini games on the community page based off of what I see on the community Discord, and I just add on 1 hour to the US and Canada one so that I can so that I have Eastern time, because a lot of more people are on Eastern time than Central time. Okay, so update notes and text message, and especially the lack of active communication through social media. Post-expansion to new countries has come with confusing terms and low transparency. Yeah, I have been a little bit iffy on their low transparency as of late. They used to be very, very transparent with a lot of what their plans were down the future. They even had a roadmap going, but lately now a lot of things are just kind of taken by surprise. And while nothing yet has been like ringing serious alarm bells for me. Like there have been a couple issues, but there have been a couple things where like I haven't seen anything like major yet, but I feel like almost feels like with this lack of transparency that it's only a matter of time before that happens. Okay, so I'm going to go, especially for those playing in more than one country and the priority thereof, such as USA Canada versus Canada USA, etc., and how that translates to earnings, A/B conversion rates with advertising, and base boosting rates. While we do appreciate the insight and information provided over these last few months, with these base discrepancies in place, we as the community would like to receive an updated roadmap and company vision statement from Atlas Earth, including the thoughts and opinions from the developers and community ambassadors. Yes, please bring back the roadmap. That was really nice, and I loved doing videos on that one. I know I stopped doing videos for a little while, but like I was just trying to get my myself back in gear when I came back then. But I think they haven't had the roadmap in several months now, but I would love to see the roadmap come back. Community engagement continues to decline. Simple concepts like Phase 2 and Coming Soon are glossed over and lost to time. Yeah, Phase 2 has been around since the beginning of Atlas Earth. They've been talking about it forever. Phase 2 is probably not going to happen for a long time. Like a significant portion of parcels have to be taken in before they actually do Phase 2, in my opinion, and start auctions. Because there's no point in doing auctions when 90% of lands and 90% of parcels, 95% of parcels are still out there and waiting to be minted. The community feels lost as of a separate path formed and no one knows where we're going. We care about the well-being and strength of Atlas Earth continuing to grow, but ambiguity and miscommunication cannot exist in doing so successfully. Now moving on to server PvP issues and anti-cheat detection. We want to begin by thanking Atlas Earth for the introduction of minigames, travel, surveys, and merchant partners, and their massive overall positive impact on the community. Especially minigames, like I know a lot of people talked about how slow it has been for Atlas Earth to get that parcel a day before the minigames came in, and now at least several of you guys have mentioned how much faster it has been to get through minigames, and I've even noticed that I'm averaging on my simulated account more than a parcel a day myself, even if I finish just top 500. And by the way, if you hear any noise in the background, this is an impromptu video today, so this is minimal editing, so you might be hearing some vehicles out there, some motors out there. I do apologize for that. I will try to pause if it's like one of those super loud motorcycles, but for the most part, I'm actually going to like not edit too much today if I can help it. After I'll try and get a video out and all that. The evolution of everything within the past year has highlighted the importance and effectiveness of the free-to-play aspect of an undoubtedly pay-to-play / win structured game. Yes, so as far as the pay-to-win, like I feel like Atlas Earth has been the greatest example of how a pay-to-win game, all right? Pay-to-win game, people do not mind a pay-to-win game if they feel like they're going to get something out of it. And with most of the pay-to-win games out there, you're basically just spending money to spend money, and you're not getting anything back for it. At least with Atlas Earth, you're getting money back in the form of like cashback rewards in a way from the parcels of land that you're getting. So that's actually pretty cool. As many people are aware, occasional hiccups do happen. Delayed payouts, wrong times, and complete lack of games have happened, and these usually don't cause problems. We feel that the minor issues are just that, slight inconveniences, adaptable and fixable. Bigger problems do arise, though, and some of these are completely unacceptable, leading to unplayable game states with repeated glitches, coding errors, and uncertainty within newer players, discouraging them or even scaring them than when they should not be. So, I know they're talking about the 3 o'clock fishing one is still there. The one that I'm having the biggest issue right now with, and I've talked about this on this channel already, is this one where the countdown clock just stops at 2, freezes for a few seconds, and then throws you right into the middle of the game. And if your opponent has not had the same freezing effect, you've basically lost. This is especially true in the fishing and golfing events, not so much with racing. I haven't really seen it too much with racing. And with Warship, it doesn't seem to affect it too much either. But yeah, with fishing and golfing, that's a serious problem. Major problems lead to irrevocable damage in the form of false flags and even the suspension and permanent bans on some accounts where they were not deserved. Several community members have active flags and threats of suspension on their accounts with no apparent way of proving their innocence. I would like an appeal system. By the way, I did want to shout out to Atlas Reality there. Thank you very much for eliminating my warning. The warning that was there and the apology and everything, that was great. It's something that you really don't see too much in a lot of these play to earn games. So thank you for that, Atlas Earth. But yes, I would like to see an appeal system. If they could get an appeal system put in place so that they can actually look and see what's going on, that would be great. These systems used by Atlas Earth are far from foolproof and should not be used as the only evidence. If multiple methods of anti-cheat are used, we wish that Atlas Earth communicates these facts to individual players as a way of mediation and an avenue to be able to exonerate themselves. The act of jurisprudence should be available to all, innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. Okay, pretty much just saying what I would be saying there. Moving on to feedback, development, and quality of life improvements. A proposal from the community to take into consideration is adopting a call and response style of beta testing, where those can opt in and choose to provide feedback, performance data, preferences, and other insight on a macro scale. While being completely voluntary, the community feels that active, reactive, and even proactive testing can take place to help improve pre-existing features and any planned rollouts of new features before they are fully launched. So, I'm not going to take Atlas Earth's side on this one entirely, but I will say that having been a software engineer myself, going through certain features and putting them through testing and the production, the final product coming out, nothing like what you see on the tests is extremely common. So testing can only go so far. Where I have issues with is that when bugs happen, they seem to just be ignored, and they're ignored for months at a time. The 3 o'clock fishing bug and the mini games are, they've been ignored for God knows how long. How long is this countdown freeze for fishing and golfing going to be a problem as well? I would like to see those issues taken care of a lot faster, in my opinion. And yeah, that's something I feel like that's just an issue with, just development in general, like how development handles problems that come their way and how they handle bugs that show up in production. Like, production bugs are a fact of life. It's going to happen, but how you respond to them is what separates a good development team from a not good development team. In terms of quality of life improvements, countless small coding errors and bugs are present and have been accumulating over time. As I was saying, we are confused whether these fixes are simply overlooked due to the team not being aware of them, or if they are intentionally ignored to focus on deadlines of unknown features. Some of these include an old and quite frankly stale UI of the game's main features, leaderboard errors involving loading problems, and redirects/major crashing issues during minigame events, oh yeah, and past yet often reoccurring issues involving the leaderboard and other interfaces to stack tightly together or become a non-interactable item due to space and rendering. Many of us understand and respect the pressures put on a small business and are willing to help where we can, and an overwhelming consensus of players agree that smoothing over a new feature is worth waiting for. Fixing what you have is much easier than building on top of a fractured foundation. Yeah, so that's been one of the biggest issues I feel like with Atlas Earth lately, especially lately, is the bugs have been continuing to pile up. And it's getting to a point where, yeah, and I think I've mentioned this before on a stream or something, but like, I really hate to say this too, because I really like Atlas Reality. I as far as like comparatively to other games, other companies as well, because they have been pretty transparent, and I really do think that they're doing their best. But what they have to realize is the way that they've been performing now, if they were not paying out money, this game would have been gone long ago. I mean, long ago. It would have been way too broken for anyone to want to continue playing. They wouldn't have any sort of a player base whatsoever, and that would have been it. I've been hearing that Atlas Empires runs a lot better than Atlas Earth, so I'm wondering why there's a lot of issues going on with Atlas Earth, but not so much with Atlas Empires, their non-money game. If someone can tell me, let me know if they play Atlas Empires, let me know about that. I'm curious. Okay, we've got one more paragraph left. With the ongoing minigame issues that have been around for almost 2 weeks, almost exclusively targeting the Android users, we've reached a point where this can't wait any longer. The perfect storm keeps getting worse, and it's time to talk about it. To some of you reading this, our intent is not to throw everything and see what sticks, but in fact the opposite. We want to take a proactive approach before a tipping point happens. We all still love playing this game, from free-to-play players who are proud of their first dollar to tactical players who might be planning a big mayor-governor takeover. Personally, I'm ready to help where I can. I felt the need to organize and call on others to share their concerns collectively. To any Reddit mods and AE devs, reps, leaders, even the CEO, while I am fine personally receiving any responses to this, the community would like any official updates via established channels. I am just the messenger. Thank you. Okay, so my response to this whole thing, I think WetzelPretzel makes a really good point all around about everything, like pretty much everything that I've been talking about on streams, on videos, my own frustrations with Atlas Earth. It's all there, and yeah, and he's correct on that one. I think that there's a little bit. I think that a lot of people do need to give the Atlas Earth development team a little bit of credit, and he does say, they're a small business and they need a little bit more. And I just think that they need to focus on. My issue with them feels like they are constantly running on a skeleton crew to maximize profits, but they would be better, at least in my opinion, again, not business, financial, or legal advice whatsoever, to invest in a stronger development team that can bring out more features, and a stronger marketing team, which they have a pretty good marketing team, actually. They have a pretty good team out there that's actually promoting the game with Derek, Crypto Luigi, and especially their recent ads, as gross as they are, actually it's getting people talking about the game, right? But their development team, they really need to invest in that team to be able to get out more stuff and be able to fix more stuff better, in my opinion. And when they do that, they will see more people coming into the game, and then they'll make even more profits overall. If they invest in that development, they'll find that actually will get them more profits than if they just ran on a skeleton crew. Again, not financial legal advice whatsoever, but that's just my opinion. You let me know in the comments section what you think about this. And like this video if you want. WetzelPretzel, good job. I really like it. Yeah, go check out this link right here that I have. Well, it's not here now, but if I just kind of bring this up, hang on for a moment. I'll bring this up here. Yeah, so there's the link right there, the URL. So go to that URL and go check it out. And go check out the comments as well. There's a lot of really interesting comments that also talk about it. And I could go on like this, but it's been almost 20 minutes as it is. So I'm going to call it here. Like, comment, subscribe to Beer Money Engine, and hopefully I will have that video that I've been promising out for the next video. All right. So thank you everyone for being patient. I will see you all next time. Or if I don't, then I might do another light one like AI or something like that. All right. So again, thank you for being patient, guys. You're a great community. Love y'all. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.